The nature of human consciousness and psychic abilities has long fascinated philosophers, scientists, and spiritual seekers. While mainstream science has often dismissed psychic phenomena as impossible or unproven, a growing body of research suggests that abilities like telepathy, precognition, and clairvoyance may be inherent potentials of the human mind. One of the most comprehensive explorations of psychic abilities and their spiritual implications comes from the Seth material, a series of books dictated by a non-physical entity named Seth through the psychic medium Jane Roberts. According to Seth, psychic abilities are not supernatural or paranormal, but natural extensions of human consciousness that we have simply forgotten how to access. Seth describes the human psyche as multidimensional, with our normal waking consciousness representing just a small portion of our full spiritual identity. By expanding our awareness and tapping into these deeper levels of the self, we can awaken dormant psychic potentials and gain profound insights into the nature of reality. The multidimensional self. A key concept in Seth's teachings is that we exist simultaneously in multiple dimensions of reality. Our physical body and personality in this life is just one manifestation of a much vaster spiritual identity that Seth calls the whole self, or entity. This entity exists outside of time and space as we know it, and is the source of our intuitions, inspirations, and psychic impressions. Seth explains, "You are a multidimensional personality. You exist in many realities simultaneously. Your energy creates both your inner and outer environments. There are no limitations or boundaries to the self. There are no limitations to its potentials. You can indeed change your world." From this perspective, psychic abilities arise when we expand our focus beyond the narrow range of physical reality and tap into these other dimensions of our being. Telepathy, for instance, occurs when we access the shared inner dimension where all consciousness is interconnected. Precognition happens when we perceive probable future events that already exist in a dimension outside of linear time. Importantly, Seth emphasizes that these abilities are not supernatural, but perfectly natural aspects of human consciousness. These abilities are as native to the human species as breathing is. They represent inherent biological capacities. They are not extraordinary in that respect. They are extraordinary only in that they are presently ignored for the most part, and when recognized at all they are considered not a normal but a paranormal achievement. The nature of psychic perception. Seth describes several key principles that govern psychic perception. 1. All time is simultaneous. Past, present and future exist together in an eternal, spacious present. This allows for precognition and retrocognition, perceiving past events. 2. All consciousness is interconnected in an inner dimension. This enables telepathy and shared experiences like mutual dreams. 3. Consciousness creates reality. Our beliefs, thoughts, emotions, expectations and focus shape both our inner and outer realities. This is the basis for phenomena like psychokinesis, the ability to move objects by mental effort alone. 4. Probable realities exist. For any event, there are multiple probable versions that split off into parallel dimensions. Psychics often perceive these probable realities. 5. We have other incarnations in probable realities. Parts of our greater identity exist in parallel lives, which we can potentially access. Understanding these principles helps explain the often confusing and contradictory nature of psychic impressions. A psychic may pick up on probable events that never actually manifest, or blend information from past, present and future. The key is learning to navigate these inner dimensions with clarity and discernment. Developing psychic abilities. While Seth maintains that psychic abilities are natural to all humans, he acknowledges that most people have forgotten how to use them. Reawakening these dormant potentials requires expanding our concept of identity and reality. Some key approaches Seth recommends include 1. Meditation and inner listening. Quieting the mind allows us to perceive subtler levels of consciousness. 2. Dream work. Our dreams often contain psychic information and insights from our deeper self. 3. Imagination and creativity. Using our imagination flexibly opens us to non-physical perception. 4. Challenging limiting beliefs. Our beliefs about reality create barriers to psychic abilities. 5. Following impulses and intuitions. Learning to trust our inner knowing develops psychic sensitivity. 6. Altered states of consciousness. Hypnosis, trance states, and other altered states can facilitate psychic perception. 7. Energy work. Practices like yoga, tai chi, and energy healing attune us to subtle energies. 8. Nature immersion. Connecting with nature aligns us with broader fields of consciousness. Seth emphasizes that psychic development should be a gradual, balanced process integrated with overall psychological and spiritual growth. Forcing abilities to emerge before we are ready can be psychologically disruptive. The spiritual implications of psychic abilities. Beyond their practical applications, Seth sees psychic abilities as gateways to profound spiritual realizations. As we expand our identity beyond the ego and physical body, we begin to experience firsthand the vaster, multidimensional nature of the self. This leads to several key spiritual insights. 1. The eternal nature of consciousness. Psychic experiences often involve transcending normal boundaries of space and time, revealing consciousness as something that exists beyond the physical brain and body. 2. The interconnectedness of all beings. Telepathic and shared psychic experiences demonstrate the fundamental unity underlying apparent separation. 3. The creative power of consciousness. Psychokinesis and manifestation abilities show how consciousness shapes reality at fundamental levels. 4. The multidimensional nature of reality. Precognition, retrocognition, and perception of probable realities reveal a cosmos far more complex than our normal perception suggests. 5. The existence of higher guidance. Many psychics perceive non-physical guides, teachers, and aspects of their higher self. 6. Reincarnation and the continuity of consciousness. Past life memories and between-life recall indicate that identity persists beyond death. 7. The illusory nature of time. Precognition and retrocognition suggest that time as we know it is a construct of consciousness rather than an absolute. 8. The power of beliefs, thoughts, emotions, and expectations in shaping reality. The belief-dependent nature of many psychic phenomena shows how our beliefs, thoughts, emotions, and expectations create our experienced reality. Seth emphasizes that truly grasping these concepts experientially, rather than just intellectually, can be profoundly transformative. If you understand your own multidimensional reality, then you are far better equipped to deal with your life in this reality. You will no longer feel trapped, caged, or unfairly put upon. You will realize the great play of consciousness in which you are taking part, challenges and pitfalls. While Seth is generally positive about psychic abilities, he also warns of potential challenges and pitfalls in their development. 1. Ego inflation. Those who develop abilities may become overly prideful or see themselves as superior to others. 2. Dependency. People may become overly reliant on psychic guidance rather than developing their own discernment. 3. Neglecting physical reality. Too much focus on inner realms can lead to difficulties functioning in the physical world. 4. Misinterpretation. Psychic impressions can be easily misunderstood or distorted by beliefs and expectations. 5. Overwhelm. Opening to psychic perception before one is ready can be psychologically disruptive. 6. Negative entities. Seth acknowledges the existence of non-physical entities that may attempt to interfere with or mislead psychics, just as there are people who insist on focusing on negativity and limitations in our social sphere. 7. Ethical issues. Psychic abilities can potentially be misused to manipulate or take advantage of others, although that generally backfires. Each person has their own innate protective mechanisms. To avoid these pitfalls, Seth emphasizes the importance of balanced development, ethical integrity, and maintaining a grounded connection to physical reality. He also encourages seekers to approach abilities with humility, discernment, and a recognition of their wider spiritual context. The bigger picture: evolving consciousness. Ultimately, Seth sees the emergence of psychic abilities as part of a larger evolutionary process of expanding human consciousness. As more people awaken to their multidimensional nature, it catalyzes a collective shift in how we understand reality and our place in it. Seth predicts that in coming centuries, abilities like telepathy will become commonplace, leading to radical transformations in human society and culture. He foresees a time when humanity as a whole recognizes its spiritual nature and creative role in shaping reality. However, Seth emphasizes that this evolution is not inevitable, but depends on the choices we make individually and collectively. By consciously working to expand our awareness and develop our innate spiritual capacities, we participate in this evolutionary leap. As Seth puts it, you are in the process of expanding your psychic abilities whether you know it or not. You are involved in the early stages of the formation of a new kind of consciousness on the part of the species. In closing, the Seth material offers a comprehensive framework for understanding psychic abilities as natural outgrowths of our multidimensional consciousness. Far from being mere parlor tricks, these abilities serve as gateways to profound spiritual realizations about the nature of self and reality. By approaching psychic development as part of a holistic process of psychological and spiritual growth, we can gradually awaken these dormant potentials in a grounded, ethical manner. In doing so, we participate in the evolution of human consciousness and our understanding of reality itself. While much of what Seth describes challenges our conventional worldview, it offers an empowering vision of human potential and our creative role in shaping reality. As we continue to push the boundaries of human consciousness, Seth's insights provide valuable guideposts for navigating the vast inner realms of the psyche. Mental exercise: expanding multidimensional awareness. This exercise, based on Seth's teachings, is designed to help you begin expanding your awareness beyond physical focus and open to subtle psychic impressions. Practice it regularly in a quiet, comfortable setting. 1. Sit or lie comfortably with your eyes closed. Take several deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. 2. Imagine your consciousness as a sphere of light centered in your body. With each breath, allow this sphere to expand beyond your physical form. 3. As the sphere expands, imagine it extending into other dimensions of reality. Visualize these dimensions as overlapping fields of energy and information. 4. Maintain an open, curious awareness as you explore these inner dimensions. Notice any subtle impressions, images, or sensations that arise. 5. If specific impressions come, gently note them without trying to interpret. Allow yourself to perceive without judgment. 6. After 10 to 15 minutes, gradually contract your awareness back to your physical body. Take a few deep breaths and slowly open your eyes. 7. Record any notable experiences or impressions in a journal. With regular practice, this exercise can help attune you to subtler levels of perception and open dormant psychic capacities. Remember to stay grounded and approach the process with patience and discernment.